One of my biggest pet peeves over any pet peeve in the church is worship leaders who ghost their team. And what I mean by ghosts, like the moment they need you to serve on Sunday, the moment they're sending you a planning Sunday request, it's like, hey bro, like, hope you're doing great, blah, just really. Then like Tuesday rolls around and volunteers like, hey man, I'm going through kind of a difficult time. Can we maybe grab some coffee? No response.
It's okay.
I was gonna cry. Yeah. Hey, now that you're still here, we just had a good laugh because Dylan thought I was about to cry at the end of that, my little soapbox moment. We want to set the table for what we mean by when we say team. We mean your team of volunteers, right? Worship, tech, anybody who's volunteering on your team. That's what we mean by when we say your team. And when we say ghosting, what's a definition for ghosting, Dylan? Let's see what chat says. But give me yours first.
I don't know. I think of like a peekaboo moment where you're like, peekaboo, and they turn around and you're gone. That's what I think of ghosting. But I think so too. A question to ask while you're looking that up is, when's the last time you took a volunteer or somebody from your team out and didn't need something? Like, when's the last time you sat down with a volunteer or somebody on your team and you didn't need something?
Yeah.
My mind of ghosting in the church world goes to that.
Yeah. In case you're wondering, AI says to ghost someone means to suddenly cut off communication with them without explanation. Typically refers to ignoring texts, calls, or messages. They think often in a dating or friendship context. So, maybe it's a little disconnected, but hey, you're here. Really what we're talking about is, like I said, one moment we're buddy, and then all of a sudden it's just like communication is gone. It's like, what happened? And I got a story to tell. So this is partially why we're doing this episode. We did a podcast a couple weeks ago. After this podcast, I think it was about, I can't remember the specific episode, but a gentleman reached out to me via email and he was like, hey, I'm later on in life. I volunteered in a few different churches over the years and he does audio in his church. He's like, Spencer, I don't know what to do anymore because I listen to your podcasts and they're typically aimed at leaders. And I just feel like the leadership that you're describing, I've never encountered. And I'm starting to get pretty discouraged because I serve in the church faithfully week after week. I'm around and I just really don't have many friends. And there's like this inner circle on the worship team. They've been around and serving together for a really long time. Like I've tried to like have coffee with them. I've tried to invite them over for dinner and I just get blown off. And like, I legitimately just want to be friends with these people. They're my community. And like, it's all smiles. They all look at me. And all this context is coming because I booked a call with him. I was like, hey, can we please talk? I just want to hear more. And he's just sharing like, it's all smiles. Like, and you and I have been there. They're like, hey, great to see you, Bob. Like, how are you? It's so good. Man, just bless your heart for being here. Thank you. And there's so much kindness, but it's so shallow because then Bob follows up. Hey, man, John, I'd love to have dinner with you. Like, would you and your wife want to come over? Oh, yeah, absolutely. We would love that. Cool. So I'll see you next week at church. And it's like, what? Like, so do you not want to have dinner? You said you do, but there's no action. There's no follow-up. It starts to feel like you're being ghosted a little bit. Mm-hmm. And this is from a real person who reached out. And I don't know what to say to this person other than maybe go find some better leadership to be around. Like, I don't know. It was really a bit discouraging for me as well. Just going, man, this person has served for years later on in life. And they're still just feeling like nobody cares about them. And now we're getting outside of just like volunteer culture, but like just what is our faith culture in our church? What's our faith community like? What does it look like to actually shepherd others who maybe are not in your life stage, who maybe don't look like you, who maybe don't have the same talents or giftings that you have? And I get hot and bothered by this one because I did this too. And I've just seen it so much where we care we care so much when the person has something to offer us. And the moment that we no longer need anything from them, it's like on to the next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the ship has to keep moving forward, and the ship takes resources. And if you are jeopardizing the ship from not moving forward by declining, then you will be replaced for the resource that keeps the ship moving. That is the nature of the beast. But let's talk about this person. I mean, real fast. Like, my thoughts automatically go to, and maybe we disagree on this. My thoughts would automatically go to, but don't drop your expectations that you're going to be best friends with your leader.
That's a good perspective.
Because that leader has his friends or her friends, and you might not be one of them. That doesn't mean they don't like you. They don't love you. They don't like you being on the team, but they may have dinner plans already. You want to go to dinner with them, but they may already be in a life group or a group at church that has their weeknights tied up. Like, I think there's more to this, because I'm now hearing it from, I'm now putting myself in the shoes of someone who is a leader at a church who probably just heard that and goes, well, I must just go to dinner with everybody on my team? Like, that's impossible. No. But if you had a truly defined care structure within your ministry, and that person felt like they were being heard, and they did have friends, and they did have people they could reach out to, maybe the leader's not the best person to do that to. Maybe the guy at the top, the girl at the top, doesn't have availability throughout the week to, even if it's one day a week. Like, I'm sorry, I have 3 kids. 2 of them play different sports. I have a wife or a husband. I have my own personal stuff going on. I have my own family, and I have the 3 or 4 people that are on my team at church that I am actually really good friends with. And those guys and girls and my kids and my wife, my family get my nights.
Yep.
Special requests, like, hey, you want time with me? Great. That may take a few weeks, but let's do that.
Yeah.
But in the meanwhile, are you plugged in with a group? Are you plugged in into our care structure?
Yeah.
Have you met Allison, who oversees the vocals?
And I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
I really don't. What frustrates me is that what you just described as leadership is foresight, going like, I only know how much capacity I have, but I see that this person wants more from me. So I have 2 options. I can lead them through that, or I can just ignore them. And that's what I'm speaking to here is, it is not hard to text someone back.
No, it's not.
It's just not. Mm-mm. And if you're out there and you're saying, sorry, text people back. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be immediate. Put your phone away. Don't text people back for a few hours. Like, I'm all about that. Like, I'm all for not being glued to your phone. Mm-hmm. But like, just text people back.
I agree.
And it's just not hard.
Yep.
And if somebody asks you, hey, can we get coffee? Just give them an honest answer. Mm-hmm. Hey, I would love to, but I legitimately do not have the time right now. Mm-hmm. But in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I will. So can we do it then? And can we make a note? Can we put it on the calendar now? Just like just like a little bit beyond like high school level responsibility with your calendar.
Yeah.
And this is the issue. And I'll tell you, worship leader, tech leader, I love you. I resonate so much with you. But we serve the church. I meet with worship tech leaders all the time. And sometimes the communication can be pretty frustrating because we get into this week in, week out mentality. Sunday's coming, so everything else gets dropped because we've got to figure out this intro. Just like sometimes there's no room for people. I have really, really close friends of mine, people who I've spent years with, that like I'm one of their closest friends, and they're in ministry, and they're like, they'll ghost me, and like we're friends, and like people I've been in weddings, for and stuff, and it's just like, oh, sorry, like just church ministry is so busy right now. It's just like everything gets put on hold. And so I've seen this firsthand, but then like you see with volunteers, it's just volunteers are like, hey man, I'm looking for somebody to follow. I'm looking for a leader. And that's okay if you, like what you're saying, Dylan, if you can't be that person for them, that's okay. But see it and lead them through it. Find somebody else for them. Build a culture where there's a culture of leaders, not just one, where there's many people, and you can see relational gatherings, and there's discipleship happening without your involvement. That's where we really start to see the magic happen in this. But I don't know, for some reason I think that there is some laziness with people, and especially when we are talented, because we can get away. I genuinely believe, hot take, I believe there are many people working in ministry that have no business working in ministry. I just think, but they're really good at singing. They're really good at writing songs. They're really good at playing music, and they suck with people. They're horrible at people, but they can get away with it because they're really talented. That's not everywhere, but I have seen that.
Yeah.
And I'm not really interested in like going and telling that person they need to be different. I'm more just like, hey, maybe quit ministry at some point and like go do something else.
Well, they never started.
Yeah. It's just like and so that's a whole different issue. We're not going to tackle that.
Let's talk on the communication thing though. I think the communication thing, I think you're right on with it. Finish your point if you have a point. But I do want to talk about,
like, if you have a point, if you're going somewhere, finish
no, that's not what I mean.
No, I get you.
But maybe, just maybe, that's all that person needs is just some sort of communication.
That's all.
Am I out here on an island? Like, I've shot you 19 text messages. The only time I hear from you is an automated Planning Center Online email that says, "Can you serve?" And then when I decline it because I'm like, no, I don't. That's all you need me for. That's not why I started coming to this church.
Yeah.
And then you reach out to follow up why I'm declining. What are some of the reasons you don't text people back? Like, if you're listening to this, I'm not asking you.
I was going to say, I've never not texted somebody back. Caleb, Hayden, do you guys know why people don't text people back?
Like, let me tell you the only reason why I do not text you back. So if you're listening to this and you've never received a text back from me, I have used the excuse, oh, I looked at my phone, I read it. And sometimes it is true. Like, I'll be in the middle of a podcast, like right now. And if I have my phone right here and someone texts me, hey, give me a call when you're done, and I look at it and it's open and the notification is no longer there, I put my phone back down. I have truly forgotten.
This is the most valuable. This is going to be the most valuable part of this episode. Just wait. Okay, I'm going to show you something, Dylan, in case you didn't know. Here's a text thread I have with you and Caleb. You were saying I'm here this morning. Check this out. Just swipe left. Now it's blue again.
Blue again.
Blue again. If you have an iPhone in your messages, just swipe left and mark it unread.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
So eliminating that excuse, because sometimes that is the case. The only other reason why I haven't texted you back is because I don't want to. I'm sorry. It's I don't want to. I don't talk to you. Yeah. I don't want to deal with you. Like, I'm sorry. At this point you're being annoying, or I just don't have. I'm not willing to put time towards that right now. So therefore, you are not going to get a response. I've probably already given you a response that you didn't like previously, and now you need a response again. That's it. So by not texting back, you are allowing those emotions and you're allowing those people to put fillers in their minds of not wanted, not valued, and therefore you are causing destruction amongst your team. Text people back.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, it's not that hard.
Yep. Sorry, I just got to go mark a couple messages unread. I realized.
It's not that hard. I'm not saying call them. I'm not saying email them. Yep. Literally text them back and just say, hey, I don't have time for you right now. When I do, I'll hit you up. That goes a long ways. It's just being a good human, especially if you're in ministry and you're not texting people back.
It's a text. It's really not hard. Even to say, hey, I want to give, if it's like a heavy something, maybe you need to follow up in person, or maybe it's something that is a little bit more complicated. Sometimes I'll even do, like, my wife will text me, I'm sure you get this sometimes from Paige, where you get like a long text of questions like, does this weekend work to go out of town to do such and such and such? And it's like, hey, I see your text, and can we talk about that at this time instead?
Yeah.
Because we're not gonna be able to figure that out over text.
Exactly. Okay, so I had a leader that was one of my leaders at a church I serve at, and I would do that because I would need a lot of answers. So I would send him a text message, and it would be 100 questions. And he would write back and say, hey, can I just call you? It'd be a lot easier. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I know we're harping on communications, but maybe that's all we need to just be better communicators to make our teams feel more involved and more present and more known.
Yeah. Well, here's I want to talk about the cost of this. And this is, I mean, this is really the theme of the whole episode of like, why are we ghosting our team? And I think what you just said is incredibly honest. You're like, because I don't want to. I don't want to text them back. Okay. We can work with that. That's honest. And now we work through, okay, why don't you, Dylan, want to text them back?
Exactly.
Is it because you legitimately just are lazy? Is it because they're actually kind of a stalker and you are borderline going to get a restraining order against them?
No, more than likely it's because my tasks have consumed my priorities in ministry.
So it's like, that's honest. Let's just start there and then go, okay, well, let's consider the cost really quick. You know what the cost is. I've been on the receiving end of this. I've talked to many people who've been on the receiving end of this. The cost is that somebody believes that you do not care about them.
Yeah.
As a volunteer, as a person, as a fellow brother and sister in Christ, the cost is they legitimately just, whether it's a little bit or a lot of it, they feel dismissed.
Yep.
Just like, oh, this person just doesn't care about me. So that's the cost. And if you don't care about that, you got to figure that out. Well, like if you don't care about that for that other person,
let's break it down. Let's make it practical. If you don't care about those things, it could just be a season you're in right now because you're also human. You could be frustrated with your supervisors. You could be interviewing at a different church. You could be questioning, are you called to ministry anymore? You could also be in a season where you don't have anything to pour out. You are looking for places to be poured into yourself. So therefore you don't have anything to give. So therefore you do not text that person back.
Yep.
But it doesn't take the excuse away from just not being honest with that person. If you're in a season where you need to just focus on healing or whatever, or being poured into, quit giving your phone number out. Stop doing it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can I get your phone number? Actually, you can have it, but I need you to understand, if you text me and you don't hear back from me for a while, it's just simply because I am focused on doing this right now. I don't have much to give out, but I will promise you, here's my cell phone number, but also here's this person's number and this person's number. If you ever need anything, please reach out to all three of us because those two people will be there for you when you need it.
Yeah.
It might take me 3 or 4 months to be there for you. I will be there for you, but those other two people, they're ready right now to pour into you. They're ready right now to get you plugged in. They're ready right now. So although, yes, we can look at it from a human standpoint and say, hey, well, we're human too. We're not perfect. I can't text everybody back. I can't be best friends with everybody. I can't do this. I can't do that. That is fine. That's not what I'm saying. But you need, as a leader in ministry, you need to have a plan and process in place to always be able to say, I can't do that for you, but these people can.
Yeah.
So that's the practical
And just
step.
say that. But sometimes that's awkward, and that's why people go, okay, I got a couple options here. I respond but can't follow through. I respond with the truth, which is a little bit awkward, what you just said, right? This is kind of awkward. I don't know if I don't want to hurt their feelings. Or I could say nothing at all, and then now I have a perfect defense. If you say nothing at all, it's actually like that's the easiest route, right? Plead the fifth, right? It's just like, I'm just going to say nothing. And now I can't have anything used against me. And I think that's what often happens. We got to stop hiding. Got to stop hiding from our people and realize, we can't be a perfect leader. We can't meet with everyone, but we can respond to a text. We can be honest and say, love you, see you. Yeah, I don't know that much about you. And frankly, I just don't have enough time to really go to the depth that you want to go. And that doesn't say anything about what I think of you but I do care about you. And as your leader and as a shepherd in this place of worship that we call our faith community, I do care that you get connected somewhere. That's just perfectly respectful and okay. And if you're a volunteer listening to this, I also just want to recognize you, or not a volunteer. If you're a staff person on a church and you're trying to get in touch with your leader and you feel like you're being ghosted, I'll have to say, have some patience as well. And And it is also okay for you, if this is really keeping you up at night, it's okay for you to voice it. Say, hey, I don't understand. I'm like missing something. Is there something I did? Are you busy? And I've had those conversations with people, and oftentimes they're just like, oh my gosh, Spencer, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I should have done better. And here's what's going on with me, and here's what I think, how we move forward. Sometimes I just think it's as simple as that. And so if you're in that position where you feel like you're being ghosted and it's keeping you up, just call it out.
Yeah.
Not like I'm going to call you out, but just say there's something awkward here and I just don't feel right about it.
Yeah.
So I want to talk really practically though, because some people, I'm a type A person. So it's really easy for me to be like, it's not hard to text people back. It's not hard to manage your calendar or have inbox zero, whatever. People have different wiring, so I understand. So let's get really practical. I think it's really interesting that we've invested a lot of time and resource into, let's say, a tool like Planning Center, where we schedule our services, put run sheets together. It's like, well, what would we do without Planning Center? It's so important to the ministry. But we don't have like a system in place for like caring for our people and like doing some of what we're talking about here.
Right.
So what is like a system? What are practical ways that we can stay on top of this?
Yeah.
Have you found any? You're not very type A, so you're like, maybe I don't have a system.
I'm very type A. And I am all about process and systems.
I'm joking.
Right out of the get, find 3 people who carry influence amongst your team. Influence are those that when people walk in the room, people gather towards them. Hey, what's up, bro? What's up? How you doing? Oh, that's influence. Find those 3 people. Immediately identify those 3. Sit those 3 down and say, hey, you are the 3 that are going to focus on the care inside of our ministry. What does that mean? Draw it out. Lay it out. Maybe I'll send you resources. We can put it on the YouTube link for a link or whatever, hyperlink. Get these resources out. Those 3 people, their roles on the team are volunteers. Don't be staff. Don't think staff. Volunteers. Those people are going to be accountable for the care of those individuals. And what this is going to do, it doesn't necessarily take you out of the ministry as the leader, because you're those 3 people, you care for those 3. Like, I know that at the end of the day, we all have those. Like, as a worship leader, more than likely the band is who you're going to naturally draw more to. That's who you're going to care for. Those are guys and girls that are going to become your friends. You got that relationship inside that music on stage. That's just naturally who you draw. Production, naturally, audio guys are going to naturally. So that's already taking place. But if you've already identified those 3 and you put a care structure in place, those 3 should also each have 3 people they care for. Cross teams, pull them together constantly. I'm not saying put a routine in place, but if I'm going through something and I serve in my church, and let's just say, if you're not in a group, you should get in a group. If you need this type of communication, if you need this type of a relationship, if you really desire to be in an in-depth relationship with people inside of your church, I think a group like a small group scenario would be the best for you personally. But if you really desire that care from your worship team you serve on, or your production team, or the kids ministry you serve in, or the student ministry you serve in, then I would immediately start putting plans in place to have a way to be cared for. And the care structure, I think, is the best way to do that. I've seen success doing this structure in churches I've served in, and I think they still do them. I would say do that.
Yeah.
That could be like a 4-hour podcast on how to do that. Yeah. So maybe let's get the resources, but you gotta have a structure. Yeah. You have to have a plan in place. If you don't have a plan in place, then it's gonna be constantly just this culture of frustration. I can't get a hold of anybody. But if I know, as soon as I sign up to serve in your ministry and I'm introduced to so-and-so, and this so-and-so comes across, you don't have to call them your care provider, but don't be cheesy with your titles. But I know I can get hold of this person when I'm going through it, then I think that's a win. That's better than not doing anything.
I think that's really wise. I would also say just the simplicity of setting time aside for people. So proactively, what I've found really works is I actually have like a time block in my calendar at least once a week, but usually it's a couple days a week. And I usually plan out my week like on a Sunday evening, where it's literally just called people. And it's just like, where have I either fallen short of communication? Like, where are those unreads that maybe I've just pushed off for a couple days now? Or, wild thought, proactive communication. Like, no one's asking anything of me, but what could I do? Man, I haven't hung out with that person in quite a while and they're about to leave town. Let's set up a time. Like, I think that would serve them, serve me. I love them. I consider them a friend. Or checking in with those 3 people you designated, like, hey, what you got going on? And more importantly, like, what blind spots do I have? Is there anybody on our team that really needs some love right now? Like, everybody needs love, but a little extra love. Yeah. Like, who just got a bad diagnosis, or who just had something going on in their marriage, whatever it may be. Like, what a wild thought that we take that level of initiative. And it's not hard. You are not too busy. I'm not too busy. You're not too busy. Nobody is too busy to set aside at least 10 minutes a week. Block it. Just get on your phone, send some texts, respond to some texts, maybe make a phone call.
Yep.
It's just not hard. Mm-hmm. And the really practical next step is just go onto your phone, go to the calendar app, and find the time this week that you're going to do that. Stop putting it off. Mm-hmm. And I believe like it takes 30 days or so to build a habit. You do that for 30 days, and then all of a sudden you're no longer crawling or walking, you're running, you're sprinting, you're doing it. Mm-hmm. And you're a different leader. And I'm so passionate about it. I think it is actually the meat and potatoes of worship and tech ministry, not the knobs you turn or the guitars you play or the notes you sing. So another soapbox, but yeah. I think it's important. And so the question that we would leave you with is just, what does it look like to be a Monday through Saturday leader? Mm-hmm. Like, take Sunday out. What kind of leader are you? Are you talking to your people at all?
Yep. Monday
through Saturday, outside of Planning Center.
Yeah.
So, anything else you'd add to that?
No, I mean, that's just stop looking for excuses when it comes to caring for your people.
Yep.
Just stop looking for excuses when it comes to caring for your people.
Yeah.
Really challenge your heart. Is ministry for you? Because if it is, ministry is people.
Yeah. So if you want to strengthen the relationship, the connection with your team, we actually linked in the description below what we're calling a team feedback form. And this is going to give you an opportunity to get some signal from your team. Understand where they're at, where you can show up for them better as a leader, whether it's you personally or through a team that you have gathered to care for those people. Check it out. It's free. I think it could work amazingly for you. So as always, thank you for joining us on the MxU podcast. If you have questions about how do I train my worship and tech team, if you didn't know, that's what we do around here at MxU. We help you train every position on your worship and tech team, turnkey solution, load your people in from Planning Center, boom, boom, boom. Every position on your team is getting trained proactively, and we're passionate about it. So more information in the description below about that as well. Would love to get in touch with you. Hopefully we'll see you next time on the MxU podcast.